even though they're very good. It shouldn't be. It should have been, Train being a lot closer. This map going their way, and I guess the only thing to say is maybe they weren't expecting Train, but here they can come in and steal the momentum.
But it was probably a bit of an unknown for both teams. Dignitas has been working on it since they've got together and had some time to work with Tensky. But let's find ourselves with Hiko here in the mid room. He's able to fall back, did some damage to Kirby. Hiko took some himself. Elige waited for them to drop, and there he is with the 5-7. Get the check in time if he actually had that armor. If they made them that raid boss or not. But Tensky and AZ, and now Kirby bring it down to Hiko, who was able to get his first frag. But will that be enough? It puts Nitro with, again, the dual Beretta. Wow, he's got two of everything. He's got two knives. He's got two guns. He's got to get 2 kills. Let's see if he can do it. He's moving up along A now. Let's he got that bomb. He's got to kind of walking into the crosshair. But no, they're just going to go straight through the connector and completely dodge Nitro, who was in a pretty good position. Oh, look at this. Oh, does he hear this? Are they close enough? I think he's definitely aware that they're trying to bamboozle him right now. Nitro going to move forward. He's missed those shots. Now they know he's around the van. Can they peek him together at this point? Bomb has been planted. Nitro don't really need to reload with these. He's going to keep on shooting. He brings down Tensky into the 1 versus 1 right now. It's AZ, just on 36. It's ring around the van. Oh, Nitro tries to cheat and go up top, but it doesn't matter. AZ hits the shot.
Oh my goodness. I wish Nitro won that. Not because I'm rooting for a Hope team, not because I'm a biased caster, but because that was such a nice try at that 1v2. He hit that reload button just to bait them into peeking him, and he ended up getting a kill for it, and then hit that nice strafe onto the truck, and almost got that second kill as well. I mean, and on top of that, Liquid had the perfect setup to deal with the connector split towards A. I think they completely anti-stratted Dignitas there and still managed to fail. So very unfortunate throughout.
And Team Liquid not going to be going in for too much here after taking that loss. They just go for the P250s. Elige will even stay on the default pistol. And 4 AKs in MSL, just with that MP7, he'll be that player to try to scout and find information. Probably want to send him out first, draw the fire, figure out where the CT stack is. It is actually over in middle. Looks like it will be completely dodged.
There's always that temptation to just go B pretty much every single round, and
it's very tempting.
You go A to keep the other team honest, but on this round, the slow B is going to be the correct strategy. As Fugly's the only man here to anchor the site, and he's going to hear that now it's time for his teammates to rotate.
Yeah, so bomb's gone down. Fugly's here by himself. MSL just like that, $600 richer, finds that frag. Now 5 on 4. Team Liquid, of course, just going to be setting up to try to get some of these exits, try to steal AKs and make this expensive for Dignitas, but it's still MSL just going first, right? He's the one with that responsibility. Nitro will take him down, but immediately traded out. Also elsewhere, Adren did find 1 kill, so an AK and an MP7 is lost there, but Dignitas win and plant the bomb.
Yeah, so choosing the stack the wrong site there. Dignitas didn't spend too much time trying to get information because, there is always the thought that why not go and scale for information before you rush a site, but you can lose a man doing that, put your team in jeopardy, put the round in jeopardy, and sometimes it's better to stick together and hit a site. We've seen that work, and we saw it work there. Now we see MSL with just the room broom.
The room broom.
As
just one of them.
To call it, yeah.
It's a small room.
Yeah, and he will most certainly be the one to try and get as many kills as possible for that information. And once again, it looks like they're going to completely avoid a stack.
Yeah, so MSL put in those room brooms to use, right? He's been cleaning up these pistol users. They're dirty creatures, those pistol upgraders. And MSL finding another headshot last second as Fugly jumped into the window there. So just Pimp's gone down. He had an AK, of course, if 4 survive, MSL can just go back for it, but he'll also fall. So Hiko good for the 1 frag. A little bit more expensive. His close quarters can maybe find that 1 tap. Doesn't look like it's working out though. Kirby takes him down, and Dignitas already. I mean, winning that first map, you're on the T side. It's just the pistol. You don't want to get carried away.
Yeah. If you look
still
at,
a good start.
Yeah, if you look at rounds in a row here, like Dignitas are just going huge. They just had such dominant performance coming into this map. Winning the first pistol round is exactly what they wanted. And if Liquid had the jitters in first map, or they still have them lead in this next one, it's fine. They had a pistol round to get that out of the way, and now they can move into a rifle round. They know they had 1 good read on that pistol round. That's sitting in their back pocket in terms of confidence. And now they just have to try to secure this and move on to earning themselves some ecos, which they've never had the pleasure of doing.
Looks like they're going to go for the boost Elige up. Oh my gosh, the timing on that one. Tensky just starting to crouch. Oh man, that was like some Mr. Magoo stuff right there. And the Molotov's coming in. They're still trying to bring... Oh, there it is. Elige getting a double now. Triple spray down as they start jumping off. They even went all together. They just happened to line up for Elige. And now Pimp with that op. Look at that wall of smoke. This is quite a set execute from Dignitas, but the CTs were in front of that wall. They were just waiting to stop these terrorists. Pimp peeks out, missing 2 now, and Fugly gets him through the boards. This is the first time we get to do it at LAN.
Yeah.
Shoots him through the wall of KFC.
Yeah. That's right. Right in the chickens. They had a really strong hold there. Obviously, Elige getting those 2 frags, getting that info with the boost up was almost enough. I mean, maybe spotting someone who you wouldn't expect to be a lurker can give you that information. Just seeing that name tag can mean a lot. So the fact that Liquid were able to stop just a straight up B hit means that Dignitas are going to have to go back to the drawing board. You know, this is a psychological game as well as one that has to do a lot with hitting your shots. But in a situation where rotates are so important, picking the site and picking your spots couldn't mean more. And Adren, full blind, gets that frag, 5v4.
Yeah, beautiful from Adren, and he is able to fall back to further back there in long A. So great positioning for them, opening frag. Good news for Liquid. Are they in a position to, yeah, this will earn them a 2-for-1, so it can very easily tie up here. Dignitas. Oh, nice smoke going over. That's going to block off the connector doors. Elige up on the tree, though. Very powerful position, but take it down immediately. Tensky with a nice entry. Fugly, though, finding 2. We go back over to Hiko behind the rock. Kirby with another. Trying to even this up. Will actually just get the bomb down for real, not going for any fake plants. Nitro takes down Tensky. With all Kirby peeking out around the left side of the site. Trying to deal with Hiko, but can't. I think Hiko, okay, he went around the other side of the rock, gets that kill, nicely done. And slightly expensive, but Team Liquid have this next round to just go against these pistols. Maybe there's Techline armor coming out if Dignitas are feeling...
Yeah. Now look to see, like, these rounds that go up 5v4, Liquid, I think, really will play the man advantage extremely well. It's the only issue for them is when they give up that first important frag, and Adren, you know, blind, getting that kill out long was super crucial. Now, they moved into that, forcing Dignitas into a site exactly how the round needed to play out for them, and shut down their execute. Even though Dignitas were able to get the bomb down, right now they're only looking at a half buy, and Liquid can look to equalize.
Yeah, just a little bit of money spent for Dignitas, getting up those pistols and armor and nades. Well, AZ with armor and nades, and Kirby just going for the armor. But Elige back in KFC here is going to be completely flashed, so that'll allow the terrorists to drop out. Nitro finds the 1 and actually a 2nd and a 3rd. What? Surely I thought that must have been a last bullet kill onto MSL.
That M4A1 commercial.
Yeah. Yeah. The last bullet is always a kill with that gun. Yeah. I feel.
It's a fact. It's objective. We're objective. And now they have equalized. Dignitas on a buy. This will be the first opportunity for Liquid to take a lead on either of these maps so far. It's not that important, just a numerical advantage, but it will also be a 2-for-1 round most likely if Dignitas aren't able to plant the bomb. AZ's not going to be allowed to take a quick peek out of drop. Tensky looks like they're Olaf here, working this long B smoke over and over again. The reason people do this is because no matter how many nades you throw at it, if you go out at the right time, there might not be someone up on the plat, so you can always stand there and wait, but it looks like they continue to bully him, and I like how they spaced out those nades to bait Tensky into pushing out, even delayed. Fugly's going to be a really important man to watch here at drop. This is where the pressure gets put on him.
Yeah, playing straight underneath. Does take down MSL. There's AZ, very low now. We'll fall back. Tag team. He drops the flash. He actually just goes in first, and they don't even drop 3 people up there. And AZ, they got the man advantage. They will back off, pick up the bomb, regroup, and look at Kirby over there. And A is lurking around. Eco just jumping around with, he had his pistol out there. Could maybe have been caught. But I mean, it's Hiko, solo man on a site right now in A. In a very strong position. If he can get some kills from there or even just stay alive, but he can't. Kirby just moving in and taking him out just like that. Bomb going down, a man remaining along A and 2 in the site. Kirby's pretty low, and where is, oh, Pimp is already over in that vent room. And you can see that Adren and Elige have just completely forfeited the round. They're going to save the guns. They've got an op. They've got armor kits, even an incendiary there. So Dignitas do drop 3 in a row with the strike back.
Sometimes it does come down to frags, and in that round, you know, Hiko being the blow man on the site, he was required to get 2 kills. I mean, based on the information that they did have, they didn't have a push long B. You know, they were low on numbers, and so they kind of have to wait and ask for people to come to sites. And that's the problem of being at a man disadvantage in the first place. And I really want to point out how insane that kill was from AZ. First of all, he like threw that flash over to make Fugly turn from it, and then pushed up just as Fugly was turning. I mean, it looked like a 100% kill because anywhere in drop you look up to see that flash, you're gonna turn. And AZ picked that perfect opportunity to come over the top there and shut it down. Even with 14 HP, he had confidence to make that play. He pointed that out.
Yeah, he was very low. I thought he was just dropping back. Let his team then try to work the pick, but no, he just turns, throws that flash high up, peeks before it pops, catches the man having turned. Beautiful stuff. Now Tensky, again, right where he's going to be here every round pretty much, right? It's Cobble. Whether they're going B, whether he's lurking, or trying to just set up a fake, he's going to be working off this long B platform every single round. It'll be up to Adren to stop him. So, Hiko, of course. You think Hiko likes, I mean, Cobble's a map where most teams already just play 1 on A. So you think, I mean, a solo man on a site, that's something that he prefers? Like a map like Cobble?
Yeah, I think any map. I mean, you know, maybe he's expected to do it in situations where you know, every map is not your favorite. You know, I haven't talked to Hiko specifically about this map. I don't know his preferences, but at the same time, there is going to be a certain expectation when you have your role to learn the site that you want to play. And I think with a certain amount of experience, you can get good at it. But you know, 1A is so common that I wouldn't expect him not to be comfortable. Tensky does go down. You know, he is getting shut down there.
Yeah, unable to do anything off that B platform. Nitro in a good spot. Brings down MSL. So just 3 people now for Dignitas. And they're just going to try their luck at A, it looks like. Going up danger. Hiko just playing in a corner. Oh, beautiful flash from the teammate. Nice support right there. Here's AZ on a bit of a lurk. But unaware of Nitro at the van. So AZ goes down and we're neck and neck again here, 4-4.
Yeah, and that's an important aspect of team play that, you know, me and you, obviously, we've seen this happen so many times where a pro team is going to have someone throw a set flash for somebody when they can peek, right? But that is so important. Why throw your own flashes when you're on a team? And Hiko at that long corner, when he heard the footsteps up, called for it and got that 2K and basically secured the round because they were set up properly to do it. I mean, they made that 100%. Why go out and take a fight with someone who can shoot you back when you can do it when they're full blind? And that was a key element there on that round to point out.
So they go to the Tech 9s. Couple smokes, couple flashes. Let's see what Dignitas can do. Certainly going to try to get the bomb down in this round. I mean, they really want a full round, right? I mean, they've got still above $3,000 on a couple players right now. Trying to just have a chance, make it expensive here for Liquid. Hasn't really been that expensive yet. Fugly's gone down, but he did find 2 kills. Elige up on the tree will drop. Here's Nitro from drop.
Yeah.
And that's the round.
Yeah. You know, you can funnel players into a site, and it might be the easier site to take, but you have players like Nitro, Elige, Fugly there. I mean, they're going to lock it down for you, you know, 8 times, 9 times out of 10. And with Hiko over the other one, they've got looking like they've got a pretty solid hold on Cobble right now. But Dignitas with the pistol round, with the fact that they've only had 1 or 2 rifles to show for themselves right now, I think there's still an opportunity for them to come back. But this is when Liquid have to be trying harder than ever and making sure communication is on point because this is a crucial round for them.
Yeah, look where Tensky isn't right now. He has not gone out to that B platform. Team Dignitas keeping themselves all together right now as they're going to work into the mid-room, 1 up there on that catwalk along A. That's going to be AZ. And even they're going to just continue to group up Deathball onto this A site. And where it is, Hiko does actually have support here. I think that is Nitro in the back. Yeah, it is. He's hiding out in the back of A site. Hiko unable to do anything, completely flashed. MSL hitting the entry frag there. Fugly coming over balcony, also taken down by MSL right now. Nitro gonna get checked. MSL again with the headshot. The triple entries from MSL. no problem. That sends Adren and Elige running to the hills.
Wow, they managed to neutralize Hiko so well with that flash. I mean, that thing popped in vision of anybody who comes up that ramp the moment after they did. Like, that was perfect. Like, they completely made Hiko just useless at long. And he threw pop flash from there, so they knew that someone was on the right. And jumping up just after that flash pop, that was perfect. MSL also hitting shots that round. 3 for 3 on headshots.
Yeah, and as we're talking, I look back, round not even over. Adren still fighting for his life. He takes a shot onto Kirby, it connects, and it looks like they will be able to save. And where's the money for Team Liquid as we go back to 5-5?
Yeah, even if Liquid were able to force Dignitas to have a couple more rebuys, that would have been truly beneficial. But instead, MSL turned an entry into a round there with 3 really nice kills, and Liquid are not on their last limbs quite yet. Have a little bit of money on Adren, not so much on Nitro, Legion, Fugly, and just a bit on Hiko. So we'll see if that is going to affect them if they do lose this round. I think more likely than not, we're going to see round 2 buy rounds for both teams here.
So Lige going for that boost again. Tensky, he's not had much luck from this position. They've been doing a good job of shutting him down. He tries to hop over, doesn't get it. He's lost. He's blind in the smoke right now. Peeks out, sees the fire, backs away. Lige, his spray is a little off. Smoke was there though, so it's certainly excusable. Here's Hiko. Oh no, sees the barrel, shoots, tries to reset himself, but he can't do it. MSL with another headshot. That's gonna mark 4 headshots in a row if we count last round for MSL. Continuing to move out, might catch Adren switching, but no, Adren's there with a quick shot from the op, nearly finding a second, but it misses. Now Pimp and Kirby lighting up that kill feed. Nitro balcony spraying down, and AZ in the connector. He takes a Lige. 1-on-1 right now, and Pimp, he has not been very hot. He's got only 3 kills in this match so far. He was the top fragger in the server over on Train. 20 HP and an op for Pimp.
Look at Nitro playing for the bomb plant. Knows that he doesn't have to peek out at all and can play this 1v1. I think actually, I don't know if it was called. Adren may not have known that he hit Pimp, so Nitro likely playing this as if Pimp has 100 HP, which may or may not be good for him. Now, Pimp really spending his time here, knowing that he's got some time left on the clock, but will be forced to plant any moment.
Yeah, he worked his way around very carefully, trying to get up to the bomb, and he will be planting it right now. Nitro moving in through the door. That's the angle that Pimp's going to peek first, but he misses the shot. Nitro takes it, and that'll be 1 for Team Liquid.
Yeah, that was crucial. I mean, we could go into the next round, and I think who would be more well off? I'd say Dignitas if they lose the round. In terms of economy, Liquid, however, would have had to maybe force upon 1 player, and so winning that round keeps the momentum back in their favor. That's one of the few clutch rounds I think that's gone their way in total. It seems like Dignitas have had a strong hold on clutch rounds on Train. I'm trying to say in this map we haven't seen so many of them, but yeah, that's Nitro getting 1 for himself after failing on the pistol, which was also extremely close.
All right, so now moving into round 12. Dignitas having a bit more than I expected they would. I mean, still basically a full round. Kirby, of course, doesn't have very much, and MSL. I mean, did you give MSL an AK? He's been pretty big in the last few rounds, getting these entry kills, and now he's just sitting there on the Galil.
I know, we talk about it all the time.
And yeah, like, very few people ever do it.
Your teammate's on fire, hook him up.
All right, so Hiko again, of course, alone.
Another opportunity to prove himself. He has had a lackluster performance here at A.
But also Dignitas have had some very great flashes, and they're peeking him all at the same time. Tensky brings it down. Fugly on the balcony again on that rotation, not able to get anything done. 3 versus 3 through the vent. Tensky almost lining up that shot. Look at Adren at 8 HP, Elige at 4. That's not a lot, but here's Nitro. He's the one that's got to get it done. He's got the HP, he finds 2. Kirby in a great spot.
Wow.
But can only get the 1.
Wow, huge. Hiko as the solo man in the site, yeah, they have been neutralizing him perfectly. They've been doing really good stuff to kill him. But as a solo man on the site, it's just, you can't teach someone to really hold a site as well as some people can do it naturally. Ultimately, there's going to be, a certain person to do it, and Hiko knows that if he doesn't get 1 kill and survive or get 2 kills, then he's not done a good enough job for his team on the site. And there we had a really great retake from Nitro. He's up to 18-6 already in this half. Really, really having a stellar performance so far. Yeah, I can definitely see how you can look at Dignitas' 8 takes and just say, wow, these are world-class 8 takes. You know, they're getting info. They're throwing the greatest flashes ever. But then we have to think about an adjustment, okay? Like, does Hiko play with a teammate? And,
he's got one there now.
Oh, there it is.
Dren connects, Hiko connects, Dren's still alive. Spots one having gone Van. Fugly this time in his rotation in, gets a kill on the balcony, probably because Dignitas a little underfunded going into that round.
Absolutely.
So that marks 8 for Team Liquid, officially winning the half on a map that is slightly T-sided.
Sure, yeah.
So Liquid in a pretty good position right now, especially looking at how map 1 on Train had gone.
Yeah, I mean, and I just got to hand it to Nitro, first of all, because some of these retakes are fantastic. He's obviously got that clutch round to his name as well, and a couple of 3Ks on the retakes, which are just really hard kills to get, are super important and have resulted in a round win, not leaving his teammate in 1v1. So full credit to him, and I think is a huge reason that Liquid have 8 rounds in the first place.
Legion once again going to go up on the platform. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen Dignitas work off into the B site. Some nice work at A. There's Nitro with the first kill. Elige unable to find one. That was 4 on 4. Nitro though, he's very hot. He gets 2. He will finally go down. 2 on 2 right now. Bomb picked up by Pimp will be planted. AZ going to remain on that B platform. And it's a Dren and Hiko going on for the retake. Both these guys have kits. I've seen Hiko do some crazy retakes onto this B site by himself, and this time even as that teammate that has been playing A with him.
Yeah, I've heard Dren say that he loves these late round situations with Hiko because they've got so much experience, and here they are working together to find their frags. AZ now left, the young star of Dignitas, and he won't find the first kill. Dren cleans him up. Very well played, and they do come away with another. That's a retake at B. That's 3 at A. That's huge. I mean, and the bottom line is they've got one more round. If Team Liquid come out of this 10-5, they're sitting pretty.
Yeah, they've got to be feeling good about that. So last round of the first half, starting now. And what can Dignitas afford? Not really a whole lot. I mean, AZ's just got I
think after that, that was a 2-3. That was a Dren and Hiko both at A, and we're making that adjustment again. So and we see Dignitas weren't able to.
2-3 the last 3 rounds.
Yeah,
I think.
And Dignitas weren't able to take A site. They were barely able to take A site versus one player with the retakes, and they never are able to take B site. You know, they were able to get in that round only because they were lacking one man, but on that retake they showed that Liquid are strong throughout. So now the setup is going to be very crucial to them.
Yeah, and even prior to the last few rounds where they've done the 2 at A,
no flash.
We have seen a Dren just holding his op it long in some of the earlier rounds, but there's MSL. Seems like he'll be the man that has to do it for Dignitas. He certainly gifted them a few rounds, starting off with these entry kills.
Oh, Nitro, just not having to spot anything, knowing that you have to make noise coming out of drop. He's going to be sitting here with a flash prompt. It is 5v4 Dignitas.
Yeah, Elige is back in the Enclave here. So that's a very good spot. Bit of a crossfire setup with Nitro. Nitro won't let them get to Elige without at least calling it. And Elige is going to peek out. Might have been spotted by Pimp. I don't think so. Pimp has then pulled out a nade. He's going to throw one over. 3 players going down drop. There's Nitro on the rectangle just holding it. Does get flashed. Does have to back off. Now that leaves Elige to fend for himself. Nitro turns around. Actually gets the kill on the Tensky. Elige converts his. Nitro finally going down. It's easy that gets that frag. But Elige, he's got the bomb. It's up on the platform. Kirby going so quick. Tries to turn around and bring down Hiko. It's not working out. AZ's got to go through the fire. 8-7 on the clock. That's not a lot of time. He's lost the round.
That's it. We're moving into the next half. Liquid 10-5. That was really nice. You know, Elige, you could think he could just go out and take that fight. You know, they're already winning the round. He's sitting at the boxes. He knows someone's going to jump up for the bomb. Why not? When you hold an angle, you're most likely going to die. Why not jump out and take the fight? And he had a teammate, you know, a Dren coming along B saying, don't peek, don't peek. I have this. I can trade the kill if they come out and peek you, and that's all they needed to do. They just needed him to take the attention away from a Dren as a Dren shot a player in the back, and that's how you guarantee that kill, and that's how they won that round.
Well, the stats there are actually from Train, but you can see Pimp with those 23 frags on map 1. He had quite a few in the first half. Right now, he's only got 4. He's 4-12 right now, which can be rough. Maybe you can turn around on the CT side. Opping, I would say, to be fair, is a little bit easier on the CT side. You're just waiting for people to walk into your crosshair. If they can get the pistol and get those ups out early enough, because if they don't, it's going to be quite a comeback. You know, they lose the pistol, Team Liquid can go up 13-5.
Yeah, we've got the 136 ADR from Nitro.
Wow.
That's plus plus healing.
That's the highest tier of grades for ADR.
Yep.
That is for sure. No one else is even remotely. No,
He-
no one
he's
else is even
got-
out of the 70s.
Yeah.
He's almost double everybody.
It's 2015 helium. They're not out of the 70s.
We just nicknamed this game That 70s Show. Is that what we're going for here? As I mean, MSL did only end up finding 11. Again, he had some very nice entries. He got 2 3K rounds, which is going to be nice. Nitro had a lot of multi-kill rounds. He had 5 2Ks, 3 3Ks. I mean, that right there is 16 frags. So
Yeah.
he certainly performed. He got 22 kills.
Yeah.
Does anyone else need to step up with him, though? I mean, he got 22 frags. I mean, I guess not. I mean, top 5 half is going to be good enough from your
No,
CT
I mean,
side,
he
but
really did pick up slack there. Like, Hiko, you know, only got 1 kill. Sometimes was not able to get a kill. I mean, he was honestly, like, having to deal with some of the really good A hits. But if he didn't pick up that slack, they would have lost those rounds. I mean, he got every single one of those kills was super crucial. I mean, so many clutch kills. Even in the failed clutch, he came so close to winning. So, you know, I'd say, like, this isn't one of those, you know, really good halves where someone is getting a lot of stat padding kills and a lot of eco frags. I mean, all those kills were almost very hard earned. We barely saw any ecos in that half in total. I mean, only like 3 maybe from Dignitas, and on train it was like every other round was an eco for somebody. So that is something to consider. He's honestly playing really, really well. And this is the Nitro that we saw, you know, have a breakout performance on iBuyPower versus virtus.pro ESCLM. Like, he is that player people expect a lot from. And you know, you can say the same thing from Lige, you can say the same thing for Hiko, you can say the same thing for everyone on this team. But it is up to someone to step up, and this is a completely different team from what we've seen. And, you know...
Oh, Nitro, very, very blind.
Yeah, the score at the top might confuse you, but Team Liquid actually have 10 rounds, so...
That is flip-flop. We'll get that fixed. It's Team Liquid leading right now, and, you know, Nitro turning it on this map. That will, of course, if they want to win the series, have to continue on to the next one, which will be Inferno, but let's get through Cobble right now. No one's gone down. Nitro is spotted. He's taken some damage. I think they'll realize that Nitro took some damage.
No, Dren's got flash, or Dren's got smoke flash, that is, so it looks like no one's actually grouped up for this hit, but they want to just send Nitro up by himself.
And Fugly just running and making a lot of noise. Will he check here outside of mid? He's being distracted. Pimp is trying to bait him up into MSL, and yeah, it kind of works out. MSL peeks wide, gets the frag anyways, finds Fugly. Here's Kirby holding off from B's site. He will go down. Tensky getting through the connector doors. Ended up finding 2. Must have had about 1 bullet left over for Elysian. AZ from KFC. Oh no, he should have had that kill, but Adren just pulls out that secondary, takes him down. Kills everywhere for Liquid, but look at Pimp just continuing to tap that USP, and he finds Hiko coming out a drop.
You know, we always said we hated it when people uploaded their 2Ks to Reddit.
That one's pretty worthy. That was sick.
That was pretty nice. Honestly, you know, they didn't clear KFC. He got away with not clearing KFC because he found that frag, and then he heard a player running around to him. He canceled the plant and played that 2v1 really well. That is a Dren. But then, you know, Pimp just completely made it look like it was simply a one-on-one, just like shooting right through the first player into the second one and turning it into a quick headshot. Dignitas win a crucial pistol round. And this is still groups, but it's so intense because it's best of 3, and you want the best scene. It's also a really big opportunity for a team to show that they have what it takes to move forward in the bracket.
All right, so the Tech 9 of the armor comes out. 1 flash there on Adren. It looks like they are pretty heavily grouped towards drop. Here they go into the UMP of Tensky. Kirby's just going to fall straight away. Tensky trying to make up for some of that, but Nitro now coming around the rectangle takes him down, so it's Pimp and MSL in a 2 versus 4. Fugly won't let them in drop. That's going to make the retake a little more difficult. He will go down. Pimp takes him out. Nitro on the opposite side of this door. That's a pretty good position. MSL will check it, but he isn't quick enough. Nitro just continuing to get frags, and Pimp will run away with the M4A1S.
Yep.
And yeah, that's going to be the round.
Some people aren't like holding angles in this game is a nightmare. Like, you hold an angle, you get peeked.
Unless you're Nico.
And yeah, unless you're Nico, unless you're Nitro.
Yeah.
Unless your Nitro is very quick as well. I mean, I saw a similar quality in Dennis earlier when he was holding an angle. And, you know, he was getting cleared. Like, MSL came around that corner. MSL's quick himself, but Nitro hitting that first bullet stops that retake completely. MSL or Pimp, excuse me, had to run with his tail between his legs to save that M4, and now Liquid steal back the momentum. And as we talk about all the time, there's nothing better than after losing a pistol round to come away with that force up on the second.
Certainly can't guarantee it, so it's not like you want to try to do that. But when it happens, it is really good. And Dignitas, I mean, they're like, all right, we've got an M4. We got to use it. We got to put something behind this. They go in for this upgraded pistols. They do have 2 Deagles. We know how dangerous those can be, and even 2 CZs here. Tensky immediately. That was a dink by grenade.
Yeah.
That then went off to do about half of his life. So AZ and Tensky are down. And you think Dignitas would know better. How many times did they themselves throw that nade?
Oh, AZ pushing through a smoke, finding a 1D. Will he get a second?
Oh,
no,
Nitro. Hand over face, doing the flashbang dance, still getting frags, and we see that Molotov going out onto the top of the tree.
Oh, look at this cheeky angle from Pimp. It's right under the potted plant.
Using the flower pots against us.
Oh, and gets a nice kill for it too.
Pimp still having some hard shots to hit, gets it. Player has worked themselves around, but Tensky's there. Gotta trust your teammates. He's got Pimp's back. Gets the frag with the P90.
Wow, and the counter buy is successful. And yeah, what do we call it when you know, the team that wins the force up loses to the re-force up? Is that the worst feeling in the world? I'm not.
It doesn't
so
feel
sure.
good.
No, it doesn't feel good. But the one thing that I guess Liquid have going for them right now, it's 2 AKs. However, Dignitas have a much better buy. Pimp has got that op. He had so much impact last round. We saw him opping out of his mind on train, like doing a really, really good job. And now Liquid most likely have to do something more quickly, and Liege coming out with that entry could be huge. But there it is, Pimp.
Yeah, Pimp bringing one down with an op shot onto Hiko. Oh, and Liege going to burn alive to Kirby. Tensky, Tensky, you play on 4-3, Tensky. Oh, all right, it gets the kill. That was a tense moment, that's for sure. Adren here. Oh, wow.
That was a Tensky moment.
Tensky, oh man, that was top notch. So Adren, 27 HP, and it's tough. So force buy after force buy, the game of economic chicken, as we like to call it. And it looks like the CTs who usually lose that game have won that round, and now Liquid is broke.
Yeah, almost. You know, they continue to trade evenly. Eventually, the CTs will lose out because they won't be able to put together a buy for less money than a terrorist would. So I don't know where they get their deals, but that's going to leave Liquid with just a small lead. And now a save, and Dignitas are going to be really close to evening up. And Liquid are going to be on the back foot. Not going to be relishing in that pistol round at 10-5 half anymore.
Surprised Pimp misses that one, but MSL is there. He finds a Liege. He keeps those terrorists out of the mid room. Now even going to go ahead and smoke it. I'm sure he hears this rotation. Tensky playing and drop. There's a man on the platform and somewhat of a close rotator there, and I think that is AZ.
If they know he's in the window, they can actually just jump right over this peak, but I don't know if that'll make a difference. Looking to get a bomb plant.
Yeah, I mean, even if they jump over the peak, which they have done very nicely, they still got to get out. And I think throwing the smoke almost cost Tensky his life, but AZ is playing there on the rock. He's made his rotation over. Of course, there's a player on back flat still. And Pimp from it, getting them as they come out of the window. Bomb is down right now. Tensky through the smoke, finds Hiko. And Dignitas now climbing back.
I feel like that was a little bit of a rough decision. Like you're kind of jumping through a smoke that someone threw just so that you can try to catch them off guard. Like, oh, who's going to throw the smoke? But because Dignitas had a man at every part of the map, they have no reason for Tensky to not sit and watch that smoke. Like if it's 3v5 or something, Tensky might say, okay, I'm going to throw a smoke because I got to watch.
Risk.
Yeah, I got to go and watch B. But instead, he's sitting outside that smoke. And, you know, it was just an eco, but you know, an important decision nonetheless. I mean, that can translate into a mishap in future rounds, I think.
And here's Kirby controlling that spray, bringing down Nitro, who does not win that aim battle. Kirby only at 41. Dignitas has got to be feeling really good, getting another first kill, going into a round where Liquid has those rifles. And looking at Liquid's money, oh my gosh, they're quite poor. Maybe Tech 9 armors again if they lose this. So very important that Liquid, you know, somehow if they can dig deep and find this round. Otherwise, Dignitas will pretty much have made the comeback at that point. Molotov's going to quicken Fugly's pace. The AZ on the tree, it was. Dropping off now. Fugly takes down Tensky. AZ's there, good for another. And a man advantage for Dignitas still remains, so trading out nicely, but that's not good enough when you're a man down and you're Liquid working in. But there, Adren finds one. Him and Hiko, they're pretty low, a combine of 62 HP. MSL taking some damage through the smokes, but there's the nade, yep. The man with 20, that was Hiko, he's gone down. Adren, they know where he is, might not realize that he's dropped quite yet. And 20 seconds on the clock, he doesn't have the bomb, and Pimp, he takes the shot, he hits the shot, and they win the round. Now just one round separating these two teams.
Yeah, and not only that, but that's 4 in a row for Dignitas, and that means confidence is strongly on their side. Like along with the little bit of money they have left over at round after round, even though they're not keeping that many alive altogether, totals up to mean that even if they make a mistake, they'll be able to come back to the next round knowing that they've won all the previous rounds doing what they do, and it'll be up to Liquid to continue to reinvent themselves and try to find a new way to open up, or even just a first way to open up around here where they have only won a force up. I think that the only thing they have going for them was a fast round towards B with light armor and I think in 1 AK or something like that. And you know, that's not a sustainable strategy. It's not something you want to do when you have a ton of utility. So they have to find a good way to use their smokes and flashes to open up a site, try to make it 5v4 and then execute.
All right, Tansky in drop is going to go down. Yuko finds that one. There's MSL. Fugly with one as well. MSL holding on. He's dropped the bomb. He turns around. Quick frag onto Elige.
2v1.
Yeah, and a 2v1. Not the situation MSL wanted to be dealt, but at least he's got the bomb down. That's working out for him. He'll throw that smoke, force him to come another way. Or push through, and MSL's just going to throw that. Hopefully, you know, hoping they just wait for it to dissipate, waste a bunch of time, and he's just making his rotation.
Fugly heard him run away, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it looks like they might just want to watch their back now. Wow, assuming that
MSL's really hoping they come back up to A. And they're still taking their time. This could be a masterful flank right now from MSL. He's got Hiko for free. Almost not, though. Wow. Hiko reacting and a flash out, buying some more time. And yeah, he is. 4 kills. Dropping that bomb in the key position. 16 seconds, making that rotation. Nice. I love that. Okay, that'll eat up half the time. Drop might have... Oh, footstep. Here's the footsteps. He knows what he has to do. He's just got to play hide and go seek. Fugly's doing the seeking, and he gets it! He gets the round. Fugly gets the frag, but it is more important for Dignitas winning the round. Of course, very costly, way more expensive than it needed to be, but just running out of time there.
What a play. What a play from MSL, honestly. Just like running through the site. I'm surprised that Liquid weren't more aware of their flank in that situation, but you know, MSL running the entire way, and I think that's why he wasn't worried about someone hearing him rotate through, because they might have assumed that he was going to go wait at a site and play a 1v2 like that, like give up the bomb, play a site. Flank. But instead, he actually played it aggressively, doing an entirely huge flank while they waited to clear things out. And I'm not sure Fugly heard him actually, because even though he like looked at him through the wall, which is something you do when you hear somebody to try to zone in on where they're moving. They didn't really react because they started clearing out all of the back of A really slowly. So maybe not trusting what he might have heard.
And Tansky just down to a FAMAS because of how expensive that was. Dignitas winning the round, but having lost everybody. Elige has worked himself up long, and the rest of his team now going to follow him. Pimp holding with an op. Wow, there's actually 3 people at A right now for Dignitas.
Fugly down
quite
drop.
A setup, not something you see a lot.
And Fugly making that noise at drop has taken the attention away from Pimp, but MSL's here to hear the scope. And will the peak does come out.
Wow. Threw some of that nade smoke still too. That was a nice shot from Adren. Tansky playing at the first cannon. This is a spot that catches a lot of people off guard. Elige completely blind. Nitro checks it. Tansky finds one. Elige is there for the trade.
You know, that's a cleanup spot. Like, it's really hard to get like 3 kills from that spot, but if you have 3 people at A, you want to play a disposable spot where you can get 1 kill for sure. And the thing was that both his teammates went down to Adren for free, so that made his spot a lot worse. And that's how Liquid versus 3 players at A managed to secure a round against all odds. That was nice though. I mean, Fugly made that noise at drop. It was kind of like an unforeseeable consequence for Dignitas that Pimp would be op and connector in that situation, holding the door the whole time and then turning around to watch the connector because they were low on men at B.
Oh, here's Hiko cleaning things up, make sure Dignitas doesn't save. AZ still alive. with that AONS, but Liquid getting another round, and that was
what a game we have so far.
that was a big streak for Dignitas. That was 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
Liquid now just finding the second round of their half, and they've got the lead back.
Yeah, and you know, they actually only lost Fugly that round. So with that being said, they have room to make mistakes here, and the only thing that's working against them is that they're on T side, so you constantly have to make the CTs play your game, and because they only have 1 round to their name, it's hard to make Dignitas scared of any one particular take, and Dignitas can continue to play with confidence, holding sights down and splitting up, assuming that what they'll do will work next round. But oh wow, Dignitas actually don't have much money to buy. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, they saved that gun. They got the deagle and a smoke on MSL, and that's it. He's gonna again try to work that magic in the mid room, find some 1-digs. And Nitro working into B.
I wonder if they would offer up a lurker if they assume that he would.
Oh, it gets dinked immediately. And AZ actually finds the frag onto Elysia, who was further back. Kirby cleans up that, so gets the kill in there. AZ gets his assist for the dink. Here's Fugly and Hiko. One of those guys, MSL, going down at middle. He peeked off a long A. He paid the price.
Oh, man.
3-on-3. And they're going for the counter boost right now with Kirby. Gotta do it quietly, though, and they succeed in doing that.
Yeah, he's got some aiming to do if he wants to push up behind them.
But Tensky actually rotates to A after the boost.
Yeah. I guess the gamble stack where they're assuming that not everyone had rotated over because they saw Fugly at A, but you know, I'm surprised they pushed. I think they assumed that Liquid were more grouped up and that they knew that it was going to be a kind of a force up, but instead we're in for a surprise.
Finds out that aim punch is never your friend. He had that AK and I think he dinked someone through the box, but it wasn't good enough. Pimp and Tensky try to set up for exits. Maybe they can find a gun if one is down.
Yeah, you have options. You know, CT side, like after plant, you can do whatever you want. You have, you know, maybe an upgraded pistol or something. It's not going to be quite a big deal. You can try to look for a frag. You can hang out and save your P250. It's not going to make any difference. You're going to get money for the round.
I think they know
no matter what.
AK.
And yeah, I mean,
it just disappears.
Yeah, right in front of him.
That's normal. Oh, with the silence weaponry, going for it. Tensky trying to make this a little bit more expensive here for the terrorists. We'll hide behind the wall. Can he hit the shot? No, actually the bomb just takes him down. So, all right, I mean, the value, right? Denying that $300.
Yeah, there is that. But getting the bomb plant does buffer their economy quite a bit. Liquid now have a lead and are looking to make this a long series. Are in a great position to actually win out here because Dignitas don't have a lot of money to buy. Are actually in a double save situation off of losing a single round after winning 5 in a row. Pretty unreal.
Welcome to CT side.
Yeah, welcome to CT side. And MSL on the last round that they did win was actually, you know, versus that Eco in that 1v2. So was by himself and died. So, you know, caused full buys.
This one, though, it's got a little bit more behind it. Pimp's got Kevlar, he's got an AK, he got some deagles with armor, and there it is, the headshot from MSL. And those deagles, you find those opening frags, that could be demoralizing for the other team. Nitro, was hoping someone was going to push, then decides to pull out an aim when they actually push. Lucky to be alive, honestly.
Definitely good timing. You know, and there's some timing that, you know, is a, you know, you can make it work your way, and sometimes it's just luck. But in that situation, I think he waited a good amount of time. But now Liquid, 4v5, you know, are on their heels a little bit.
Yeah, just sticking together, not wanting to get caught off. I think they've realized at this point, it's pistol armors. They will definitely remember the AK of Pimp, so they know to be careful. They want to stick together. They don't want to die one by one and give up these guns. They still might die one by one, but at least they won't be giving up the guns. Let's see. One more has gone down as Pimp hits the headshot. He's fallen back. That Molotov is not bouncing Pimp's direction. They're trying to clear the back of the side, and Pimp finding another over that broken A wall. 4-on-2 right now. It's Liquid at this advantage. Pimp with 3 coming up huge on this round.
My God.
And AZ closes it out with the 5-7. Back within 1 here.
You know, I almost wrote that round off as simply Liquid take this round. It's a double save. I'm surprised about that. Liquid will move on to 14-11, and Dignitas will buy, and suddenly they win the eco. I mean, they pick up that rifle, they put it to work. They didn't even need the second one. It felt like Pimp aced that round with.
Yeah, that was big.
Yeah, how many kills he just got in succession on someone executing on A, but they could not trade him. He was just hitting headshots.
Yeah, and he's done well. I think if my quick math is right, Pimp's got 9 kills this half. No, my math is bad. 11 kills this half. So he's doing really, really well as he's flipped over to the CT side, and now he's got that op. AZ also going with the op, so double op setup right now. Pimp does get that kill.
Yeah, it's the exact same kill that Adren got versus
Oh,
that
and
Flacco.
MSL
Wow.
2 for 1 with an AK. Here's Hiko trying to bring back what's left, but quickly denied. Pimp there with the op, shoots him down. It's Fugly by himself, 1 versus 4, and this game has been, I mean, pretty neck and neck. It started off that way, and then, you know, Liquid kind of dominated the end of that first half to get to the 10-5. Dignitas started super strong here. Liquid starts to fight back, but then Dignitas is saying, no, you're not getting in the lead.
But honestly, after that eco run, it would be a travesty for Liquid to lose now. Honestly, it would be so close if not for that. I think they would have almost guaranteed themselves match point, though. Would have had to earn one more round, so there's something to say about that. Dignitas definitely have quite a few rounds in this half, definitely more than Liquid have gotten themselves, and that huge lead in the start.
Well, I mean, Fugly here, he's going to try for it. He's working his way up the CT slope. Does get the first kill onto Pimp, but there's Tensky to his left. Finds the headshot.
You know, it's
13-13.
It's so ironic because like Pimp was opping that angle where he ate the exact same flash that they threw for Adren, and he took that shot blind, just like Adren did, and got the kill. And yeah, it's just such a similar setup, and you know that's where like the tactics are shared. Just that, you know, this is the best flash. This is when you peak, and from the CT side, this is a really good angle to hold. And it's funny that you can see two different teams doing the exact same things to each other.
And well, it looks like Dignitas might have to fend off a pretty quick B play from Liquid. Well, no, it'll be slowed down here by the smoke. So Dignitas just got to hit their shots. And I don't think Team Liquid have any idea about the double up setup yet, right? Like, they only saw Pimp that round. So they might be surprised to see that AZ has one on the B site. They'll find out shortly.
Definitely looking to work back from 14-13. And we'll run it off a good flash.
Yeah, Kirby completely blind. AZ goes for another peek. This time he can see, hits the shot. Kirby with a nice one over the ledge of B plat, and a completely clean round for Dignitas. You get into the very late stages to keep everyone around it, keep everyone alive in a round like this. They are actually good for buy rounds for the rest of the half. So it will not be easy for Liquid to either come back and close this out, or perhaps, you know, get it into OT if it comes to it.
Yeah, and for the first time since like round 9, basically, Dignitas are taking a lead again, and Liquid are on the back foot, and they've got tons to prove here if they want to edge out these last 2 rounds. Every round here could mean the game. Liquid are the ones that will have to save and move into match point with no money if they lose this. So
they've shifted it. Pimp it was AZ at KFC with the off this time. Now they've just put Pimp there. So same spot, different player. I wonder how much of an effect that can actually have. Adren's taking some early damage. You can see Hiko's actually lurking out in CT middle. MSL in danger. MSL has been pretty key in that middle room. Of course, gifting them Dignitas a few rounds maybe shouldn't even have had.
yeah, and we can see the total posturing towards B as, do we have a man pushing out A? It will be late. It will be late. And so this B hit
MSL.
will not face a hard flank, but they need to get in the site now.
And for where they're trying to come out, drop hits the shot onto Fugly, getting spammed through KFC right now, but AZ and Kirby starting to line him up. Oh, what a flick over to Nitro, sends him doing a backflip. And now it's Adren by himself, 1 versus 2. 30 seconds on the clock, goes for the flake plant, wants to even it up, but Tensky hits the shot. Dignitas now on match point here.
Wow, they really earned that with that kill.
And Liquid has no money.
No, absolutely not. I mean, that was and should have been the map right there. I mean, they didn't even get the bomb down, so now they're just going to be buying what they can. I mean, this looks like a force-up, but it's because it's the last round for them if they lose it. And that's Liquid. Little to no hope at this point. And Dignitas looking to take this 2-0 after Liquid had such a strong start, had such a dominant lead for so long. And gave up a pistol round and a few very important T rounds.
You see the one rifle, the cheap rifle comes out. This is the Galil on Adren, just Tech 9s and utility for Team Liquid. That's all they could afford, and well, everything that Dignitas would want. I mean, they've got 2 AKs and an op here on the CT side.
You know, if a team has the magic to be the best, they win rounds like these, in situations like these, and come back.
Yeah, well, we'll see. They'll certainly have to prove themselves. Hiko waiting, and MSL getting pretty close. This is one tap range for that Tech-9. MSL thinking about going for it, peeking out, sees nothing. Hiko's very, very close. This would be a massive first kill if he was able to get it.
And we can see they're still 100% mentally in this.
And the bomb's actually back at B. There's 4 people in the B site right now for Dignitas. And they're, okay, working into A. It's a Legion of Drain going in. MSL gets the kill onto Hiko. Did they realize the A defenses have been lost? Yes, they do. Elysia gets 1 kill, but Kirby is right there to make sure it doesn't get out of hand.
And the bomb.
Yeah, and the bomb. Oh, the bomb's gone over to B. Here's AZ peeking out, spray it down 2. Fugly and Nitro go down, and with that, probably the hopes of the round. It's all into Dren. He's down. MSL gets him. He was such a playmaker at middle and at A by himself.
Yeah.
Playing it by himself, going aggressive into danger to the mid room, completely opposite of Hiko, who always kind of played back when he was just holding the site by himself. And MSL was a player.
Wow. Wow. 2-0 from Dignitas. And you could say, you know, it's NA versus EU. EU is supposed to win, but in this situation, I know that Liquid expected more of themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
I know Dignitas expected this as much, but from an analytical perspective, you would have handed at least Cobble to Liquid, and they weren't able to do it. Dignitas played extremely well. Shout out to them. And they will have beaten one of their tougher opponents in the group.
Yeah, and Pimp, I see him walking around looking to go shake hands. He had a rough first half, but he really turned it around going onto that CT side. So very, very well played, and there's the good sportsmanship coming across. So disappointing. I mean, you can call that an upset, right? Every single
Sure, you know they've never gone head to head.
To Liquid. We gave it to Liquid.
Yeah, it's not. They've never gone head to head. You know, it's kind of like. It was kind of like Liquid had just been like doing all this training. There's like so much expected of them, and that they were going to come out, and this was just going to be the first match in a long tournament run, like a deep tournament run where they do come out ahead. And it is just groups. It is just a test of them, and maybe they'll play teams better than that. Maybe Dignitas are playing so well that they made it seem like Liquid weren't playing so well. It's hard to say. There's probably a bit of all of these factors in tandem that are working, right? But I think overall, you could say Dignitas did handle a lot of situations very well. They're hitting shots. They were neutralizing Eco, solo side B, solo side A. They were doing such a good job. And so, I mean,
Yeah, well, let's find out if it was Liquid underperforming, Dignitas overperforming, maybe. I'm sure Thorn won't sugarcoat anything. So we're going to go down to Thorn, Scoots, and Richard, guys. Take it away.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Again, 2-0, unexpected, unpredicted. And again, you talked a lot about Pimp, and there was some very crucial Pimp rounds in there.
Well, yeah, he played like a Pimp in this series, and he had to. We talked about how he had a terrible major. He's been off form for a while. He's really stepped up his game here, and bizarrely, he's making the AWP work for him as well. So it's good to see. It's a step in the right direction for Dignitas. But let's not dress this up. This is Team Liquid massively underperforming. In fact, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of set it up when I said after map 1. You lose to Dignitas in the form they're in, terrible form, the worst of the whole year. Yeah. And you got to look at yourself and go, where was all that potential that we were hinting at, we were showing but not quite able to close out on? I mean, forget you almost beat Nip, mate. You just got beat 2-0 by Dignitas. So, really bad showing from Team Liquid, I have to say, overall. Yeah, that second map was competitive. Their map, they got crushed on Dignitas' map. Could have been even worse on Train, in fact.
But that's
13-2 first half, if you remember.
You know, right, okay, so Train, that's a shot in the dark, right? Like, I'll let Team Liquid off for that. They've got no previous on it. When you get to Cobble, that's meant to be EZ, PZ, Liquid Squeezer. They should just win that. I don't know
what that means.
They should just win that all day long.
Okay, is that what that means?
Probably. Fnatic, right? They beat Fnatic on that map.
Yeah, it's true.
They're wrecking fools on that map. And you get schooled by Dignitas. It's ridiculous.
I have to say, one person who did show up in this game, though, I mean, you can see the scores here.
Yeah.
There you go, 27 kills for Nitro. He showed up in a big way, played well. It wasn't even just fragging. I mean, you look down the charts, they've got decent fragging numbers. That's all fine. But you got to be able to close rounds out. I mean, I remember there was a point in the game when Dignitas was on, I think they'd already gotten to 12 or 13 rounds. Team Liquid was on 12 or 13 rounds. And the Dignitas guys had a buy, where it was a force buy with 1 rifle and I think 4 pistols, and they like 5 sevens, and they just got the close range angles they wanted. Obviously, Cobble's a great map if you choose the angles to CT, push up, and they were able to just win the round outright, and that really turned the game on its head. Otherwise, Liquid had the chance.
Well, and you bring that point up because right before that, Cloud9's 11th round win was them forcing. I'm Liquid. That was them forcing, and then the next round gets the 7th round win for Dignitas, and they also forced. So 2 back-to-back forces with the forces
And that
winning.
ensures your money's done at that point.
And then
You're in
they
big
started
trouble.
from there they started rolling, yeah, and they just put it all together. So again, uncharacteristic 2-0. Now we were talking in the green room, and again, like there's a lot of talk about the difference between a cheerleader management type coach who's just there to settle you and make sure you're okay, and a true coach.
Yeah.
Now, and again, you know, we obviously are very real about everyone we talk about, but as more and more coaches in the true definition of the word step into it, they're the first people to get let go in pro sports when something goes south of the team.
This will sound rough, okay, Scoots, but if you're a coach who stands behind the team and you get to have input or you get to kind of sense the temperature of the team and say something, put the right word at the right time, that sort of cliche, then the person I'm expecting to do that is the guy who understands, right, if we're on terrorist side, that's the ideal time to have the second brain there.
Yeah.
Well, this game here, they were on terrorist side. That's where they were going to close the game out, and they couldn't do it. There wasn't any adjustments that seemed to be made. And you look at a lot of the games that they've had, and like I'm saying, we're giving them credit before for coming close to beating top Euro teams, but losing. Essentially, what we've learned now is Team Liquid can't close games. They closed once against a Fnatic that was already starting to slump. That's it. Otherwise, they got virtus.pro close, lost the game anyway. They got them close the second time, lost that game anyway. At the moment, yeah, it looks good to get a lot of rounds on the board, but if you can't close the game out, you're getting around a lot of rounds many, many times. That's actually worse. You've got a lot of opportunities and you never close it. So I think there's something still not figured out in that Liquid camp in that
And
sense.
again, a new
They've
roster
got
in the sense
tools.
of traveling. They haven't been to many lands, but
Yeah,
still,
yeah.
how long do you give them, right? These guys have an even newer roster, right, without a coach behind them. So, and right now we've got Sadicus, and he is standing by with actually the man of the match, Pimp himself. Take it away, Matt.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Pimp, you were kind of joking around with me, kind of sounded relieved. It's nice to win a match. Obviously, the major didn't go so well. Liquid were in the group of death there. They actually put up good numbers. You guys didn't quite have the similar group, didn't put up numbers. First thing, we'll focus on this match, and then we'll come back, because obviously you guys left the major a little bit early. I want to talk about mentality and the team and whatnot, but how did you guys feel with your performance tonight?
Tonight, that was great. Like, we didn't expect to win 2-0, at least. I think we expected to win, because we feel that we are at least on par with Team Liquid. 2-0, no. Usually their couple is a lot stronger, and our couple haven't been great. As you said, we lost to CLG at the major on couple, and we lost to Envy big time on couple, so our confidence in couple wasn't that big, but eventually we managed to win some key rounds, and some rounds we shouldn't have won on couple, and we got the map, so that was great, and finally, like, it's been a while since we won a really important LAN match, so that's a relief for us, I guess.
Yeah, definitely a step in the right direction. And like you say, winning Cobble's pretty huge. They've been awesome on it. Speaking about Liquid, obviously. Train, not so much surprising. They haven't really played it as much since they brought Hiko into that lineup, so I figured that one was fairly... I didn't think it was going to be as one-sided as it was, but I thought it was fairly comfortable for you guys. Economy was definitely an issue on Cobble as well. I mean, first half, dead even. You guys brought it back to 11-11 second half. They broke you again. They hit 13. Looked like they just walked away with it at that point. You guys remained composed. Like we say, though, composure, teamwork. You guys had the Schneider deal go through, fell apart. About 10 days before the major, you bring in Tensky. You get knocked out. You guys left the major early, went home to practice. What did you guys address in those quick couple days at home, and how is working with Tensky in the new role?
Well, we went home because we knew that we were going to CEVO, so we just wanted to go home and get some like time off, because we've been playing a lot up to the major with Tensky, because as you said, Snyder left like 7 days within, so we didn't really have time, so we played a lot up to the major with Tensky. So when we went out of the major, we just went home and took some days off and like just relaxed and went out and chilled with our friends and all kind of stuff in terms of being ready for this event. So we haven't really been playing with Tensky, and we haven't had our practice match since 2 days before the major. So going into this event, it's more like a joker role for us. Like, we want to do as great as we can, but we know that with 5 days of practice with Tensky, up to the major and up to this event, we can't really expect anything. Like, we can try and do our best, and then we can just learn from the matches that we eventually win and lose here, and work on that on the future. But there's no expectations from ourselves to this event or at the major. It's all about learning and getting to know Tensky and getting him to play on the team.
Yeah, definitely. But there's been a lot of role restructuring with you guys. Obviously, you yourself, the original deal was Nico out, Schneider in. Obviously, now we're saying Tensky, but that was reshuffling on the AWP. Took you back to sort of your 2012 days. I know that DreamHack London, there was a few people that were kind of hard on you for that, and you were defending yourself. This game, obviously, you stepped up considerably. How are you starting to feel now that you're back on the AWP?
I feel decent. It's not a secret that I haven't been great and I haven't reached my rifle level, if you can say so, but I didn't expect to either. Like, it takes time, and especially when you play against such good AVP players as we have, like going up against Guardian, going up against Kenny S and players like that. It's not something I can learn in like 2 months or 3 months. It takes time, and both me and the team knows that. So you'll probably see some glimpse of what I can do, but I need to do it more consistently, and that will take time. And I know that, the team knows that, and that's how it is. So I feel comfortable with AVP, and like people, maybe not now will they understand it, but in the future I will make sure they understand why we did it, and that's how it is.
Right, very good. Now it's interesting stuff. Obviously, it is a tough adjustment for you guys to make. Looks like you'll be playing virtus.pro tomorrow. Undecided. I haven't seen the results. I think they were just heading into overtime on Inferno with Conquest. Let's say you are, for the sake of the argument. What are your expectations for that match tomorrow?
Definitely a hard match, but against a team like virtus.pro, it's a team that we feel great against. Like with Nico, when we play with him, I actually don't think we've ever lost a match to virtus.pro. I'm not sure about this, but maximum one match. Like, I think we've won 4 or 5 best of ones online matches against them, and even though it's only online, it feels like our way of playing is something virtus.pro don't like, or at least can't adjust to, and maybe we just got lucky, I don't know, but we feel comfortable going on against virtus.pro. Like, I'd rather play them than Navi, for an example, even though they're on a similar level. So going up against them tomorrow is fine for us, and we'll just give it a shot. And as I said before, we had to learn, and we had to play with Tench and actually get a feel about playing with him. So if we can do a great match and maybe win, that'll be awesome. And if we lose, then we take the next match.
All right, well, great start for you guys. 2-0 over Team Liquid. Impressive, nonetheless, of course, on a Cobblestone of all maps. But that said, that's it for us on the main stream. Definitely go check out the B stream. I'm not sure if that match is over or not. Like I said, I think it was just heading into overtime. Haven't got the update. But we will be back on this stream tomorrow morning, 9:45 for the pre-show, where we have the elimination matches and the decider matches for the group. You won't want to miss any of the action. We'll see you then.